But this would be similar to it. But listen to this one now. With restrictions still in place in 1992 on the importation of motor vehicle, with heavy duties payable, PMP activists and others conspired with the highly placed persons at the Tax Administration Department to import varieties of vehicles without paying duties. They defrauded the government of $20 million in duties. Now, we are talking about 1993, so $20 million, we'll heap of money. The main PMP activist in the scandal was confident that he would not face any serious punishment, and in the end paid a paltry $2 million fine. An American who was in the island to investigate the Jamaican crime syndicate suggested to him that he would get off lightly because people in high places stood to be embarrassed if he told all he knew. I wonder who was that activist. I think his last name was Williams. I'm not quite sure, but I got to go check. But I think his last name was Williams. Where was I? It would be embarrassed if he told us no. It is significant that after the motor vehicle racket was broken up, the PMP activist, a person not known to have engineering skill, was given several lucrative land road contracts. So in order to buy him silence, you know, talk with him no. Then flourish him with a whole heap of road work contract. But as I say, I think the man's name was Williams. I'm not sure. I'm going to check it out and get back. Then we have land distribution. We have sand mining. We have the water commission. Hold on, let me go. At the time when the National Water Commission was $600 million in debt. Remember now, you know, today, the National Water Commission under the leadership of Andrew Holness is funding projects out of its own pocket. All right. But at the time when there was $600 million in debt, at that time when it had no money to buy fittings to repair leak or employ contractors or for the purpose, at the time when it was discharging 4.5 million gallons of raw sewage per year into the Montego Bay Harbor, the NWC came into further disrepute. In June 1994, it was announced that the NWC spent $30 million to import furniture for its offices, apartment. At the NWC vice president was attend a conference in the Caribbean that would cost the organization $300,000. It's not the same water commission we have today. It also came to light that hundreds of thousands of dollars was spent at landscaping on the premises on Morasca Road. I remember that one because I used to pass there every day. But I am not totally against the landscaping part of it because I could understand. But when you owe $600 million, it was the type. Me and Mary Atkins Benzes, I remember Mary Atkins Benzes. When the news came out, JLP spokesman and public utility Arlie Shaw called on Water and Transport Minister Horace Clark to launch an investigation as the NWC's priorities were clearly misplaced. Before the month of June was over, the NWC announced an increase in the rate ranging from between 38 to 75%. So in the middle of this scandal where them a waste money come out, them raise the water rate from between 38 to 75%. What is going on with Marlene Seat? I don't know of an issue with Marlene Seat. In April 1995, the NWC in the news again. This time the issue was proposed importation of $4.5 million worth of new water meter. The expert argued were unsuitable for a local condition, having a defect which could cause customers to be overcharged. After strong public protest, the meters were sent to the Bureau of Standards to be checked. They were found to be unsuitable and the proposal to import them was dropped. But not before death threats were issued against the individual who had opposed the use of them. So you see, when they know why you then threaten to kill you. A Pete Marwick Mitchell audit had found that the NWC was riddled with inefficiency, mismanagement, and waste. Roddy Lawson, junior minister with responsibility for water, said his advice to the NWC had been ignored, and the public utility minister, Bobby Pickersgill, rejected several calls for his resignation. You can't shame PMP for resign. You cannot shame PMP for resign because they're not no shame. People have remorse for them step down for anything you do. Right? And we know them not have none. So, well, let me skip. That was one. Well, we're not done yet, you know. We're not done yet. I remember me tell you, say the mother of all PMB scandal not make the list yet. The mother of all PMB scandal don't make the list. Remember, the Auditor General report of April 10, 1997 revealed the widespread inefficient corruption and mismanagement that characterized Operation Pride. Now, who run off with nearly $500 million of Operation Pride money? In name Williams, the PMP just gained that one seat. Hold on, let me get back to this one. Yes, corruption of Operation Pride. Operation Pride began with the laudable objective of making lands available on a wide scale to the landless people for setting up squatter settlement and housing. And I did a general report of, I need to go find a report to you know. Yeah, I'm glad I remember the date of it now. April 10, 1997 revealed widespread inefficiency, corruption, and mismanagement that characterized Operation Pride. The Auditor General AG accepted that Pride was intended to be a community-led program working through Providence societies formed at the community level to serve the mission of divesting government land to the use for shelters, small farming, light industries, and commercial activities. Well, where am I? Yeah, the Providence societies were to act as their own developers, depositing funds towards their own solutions and requesting advances from the Ministry of Environment and Housing to be paid for mortgages for each cash payout. Page that I'm gonna find the report. It has quote some pages of the report that I need to see. So I am going to Google that report and find it. There were supposed to be legal entities, properly registered, and formal agreements set out their relationship with the government and their beneficiaries. But because of PMP, we know so nothing could be further from the truth. On examination of the operation, the Auditor General found that only 8 of 39 Providence societies have been registered under the Industrial and Providence Society Act, which means them set up a whole heap of sham Providence Society to collect government money and run away with it. Taxpayers, sorry, not government money, taxpayers' money, and run away with it. So, what is it? Only 8 out of 39, that means that 31 of them was illegal. 31 of them was illegal. It turned out to be that contracts were awarded without compliance with standard procedures. So they just get anybody they feel like contract. There was no proper documentation of agreement for services to be provided by individual or contractors. Payment system were made for work done without the work being certified. Huge sums were paid in excess of the contracts. Only thing PMP are going to tell me nothing about corruption. You see, again, I will say there's a difference between perceived corruption and actual corruption. A man just come a while ago and come try to tell me, say, one cake it costs 100,000 US. Yes, workers at Petrojam kept a party, a surprise party for the then chairman, Andrew Wheatley. Now, if people are keeping a surprise party for me, there's no way I would know what these people are doing. And they bought a cake. I think they spent mostly something like 140,000 on the cake. And to me, that was exorbitant. But the Baking Association did come out and say 140,000, that's a normal. Then cake there was normal. But it was no 100,000 US. It was about 140,000 Jamaican, which is about 1,000 US at the time. So, you don't need to come and lie. Because the idea of the cake, I do assume it was exorbitant. But to make your point, you don't need to lie. There was no 100,000 US dollar cake. That is just unheard of. But you can't blame a man for a surprise party. And for sure, your hypocrisy. They were interviewing, I think it was Palwell, about the party. And they asked him, when you were the ministry, did they keep a surprise party for you? Him say yes. But me never enjoy it. But none of the PMP operative did ever ask, what was the cost of your cake? Because guess what? When they did it, it wasn't a scandal. It was just normal operation. The minister had nothing to do with a cake. It was a surprise party. They kept surprise party for Palwell also. Nobody checked the price of Palwell cake. Because it wasn't an issue until it happened to a labor right. That's when all of the news media find it all of a sudden, yes, this is so wrong. So if you're coming to make a point, yes, your point would have been received, but you add a lie to it. Because you believe, say, boy, when they say 100,000 Jamaica, you know, it not go sound wicked enough. So let me say 100,000 US. That was a lie. We can't entertain you want to start out with a lie. Them come on all the while and talk about Andrew Hardware. And Andrew have 400 million in his account. But that not sound enough. Oh, sorry, we mean 400 million US. You think if Andrew did have 400 million US in his account, he would still come here about him deal with prophet people like you know. If my prime minister did have $400 million US in his account, you think he would have there every day take insult from idiot people like Mark Golding and disrespect him? Eh? You think he would have take it from them there? No, he would have go with the money and his family go sit down and enjoy it. So uno argument don't make sense if you not have to lie. If you not have to lie, it just don't make sense. Hold on, my people. Hold on. I just got a message I need to answer. Yes, if you have to tell a lie, then you start out on the wrong foot. PMP cannot tell me nothing about corruption. Them write the book on all corruption in Jamaica. The People's National Party write the book on all corruption in Jamaica. Am I saying that them alone have corruption? No. But the problem we face now is that whenever something happens to a Labour Party member of Parliament, you hear that, oh, the Labour Party is corrupt. But when there's something to a PMP, you hear, oh, both parties have it. And that is why the PMP feel like them have a free hand to walk into the parish council them and distribute taxpayers' money as them feel like, because the so-called set of junko them were supposed to watch out and a hold power to account. Them lying in bed, them have them head so firm up my golden ass that shit smell normal to them now. And I'm talking about the Integrity Commission, the Jamaican for Justice, the media, the cleaner, all of them. Them have them head so far up his ass that shit now smell normal to them. PMP shit no stink to them anymore. Operation Pride. So now you can just some, yeah. Oh, somebody there, yeah, somebody there. Huge sums were paid in excess of contract, yes, and there were widespread disparities in the rates paid for site clearance. They were done in the same kind. Oh yeah. Payment without contract. The Auditor General found no evidence of signed contract for infrastructural work and 7 sites totaling 20 million. Payment in excess of contract. Several instances were noted in which the payment for work done far exceed the value of the agreement seen. However, no new or amended agreements were presented. The following 4 examples reveal the total amount were seen on the agreement. 10 billion 182 million, Papa Jesus. But $26 billion were paid. I need to find this thing, because there's one table there. In the case of work in Luana, total contract claims up to time of the auditing amounted to 55,609,000. Disparity in rates. On land and similar types of terrain, different rates were paid and site clearance varying between $6,000 to $53,000 per acre. I am going to find, and then after I wrap up, you have NetServe Jamaica, NetServe and the NSWMA, Sanders White House, Montego Bay Street People, and Traffic Gura. Cuban light bulb. Cuban light bulb was the last one they had in 2007. Right? I can't read all of them. I have to continue going through them next year. But The Montego Bay Street people is the shortest and simple one. Let me read through that one. A group of more than 30 homeless, and remember, these are people who are now trying to come now and pour cold water on the Hope House project. This is what they did to the homeless during their time. A group of more than 30 homeless persons were arbitrarily detained, tied with ropes, and forcibly taken in a government truck from Montego Bay Square to a deserted area 37 kilometers away. Some of the unwilling detainees were pepper sprayed. Homeless people that we are talking about, you know. Some of the unwilling were pepper sprayed in order to subdue the lot. The incident was later brought to the attention of the Prime Minister, who, after public pressure, convened an inquiry into the trend with the PMP government and the assault brought against them. The appointment of commissioner found no one responsible. So, government of Jamaica that is elected to protect the poor and the rich went, collected poor people, pepper spray them, put them in a truck and go dump them in the mud lake. And a commissioner of inquiry find that no one was responsible. Me tell you that PMP no PMP supporter can tell me nothing about corruption. I dare any PMP supporter, any comrade, Google, find anything like this that relate to the Jamaica Labour Party and read it out. Anything. Find a list of things like this that relate to the Jamaica Labour Party and read it out. None. These are what paint this crown of corruption and politicians in Jamaica. This. The PNP is what causes it. Is what make people distrust politicians. Is who as them make people distrust politicians in Jamaica. In no fault of the regular politicians, this is the PNP, this 18 years government of the PNP. Them are going to confess them sins before them die, Cicely. I agree with you. And remember, all when I go to, I'm not done yet. As I said, I'm not reach a figure yet. Cuban light bulb. Well, let me go to Cuban light bulb. I talk about that one very regular. In October 2007, newly minted Energy Minister, Mining and Communication, Clive Mullins, made accusation of corruption and fraud on a project involving the Cuban government supply of 4 million light bulbs to replace incandescent bulb in household with a more efficient, compact fluorescent bulb. The project had a bill of more than 276.5 million in distribution of the free Cuban light bulb. Can't get in 276 million. 76.5 million it costs us to distribute some free light bulb that Cuba give it. In a 124-page report of an investigation by the contractor general found evidence of breach of government procurement procedure handbook, the Contractor General Act, and the Financial Administration and Audit Act. The Public Body Management and Accountability Act. So here we must act them breach another one thing there. The investigation found that the contractors appointed to distribute the free light bulb were companies that were formed less than 1 month prior to the contract. Less than 1 month prior to the contract. In addition, the Office of the Contractor General was not informed of the appointment of these companies, nor were there a formal bidding process for the project. The contract concluded that the report concluded that there were corruption or criminal conspiracy in the distribution of the Cuban light bulb. I remember details of the project is that Cuba paid for every single thing related to those bulbs. But it still ended up costing the taxpayers nearly $280 million. PNP can't talk about corruption. Net serve. Youthful exuberance, you remember that one there? Youthful exuberance. What time now? Just after 3, yeah. Can go till 3:30. Youthful exuberance, you remember net serve. PNP, nothing tell we nothing about corruption. Them write the book on it. And bear in mind, during all this, 94, 93, all of these, Mark Golding was an advisor to the then government. During all this, he was an advisor. CCOC. That one was tied to the traffic guru. Tap up the screen, maybe, but get it up there. So when we tell you all the while, I say PNP can't talk corruption with me. It's because me know the belly of them something and me now stop repeat it. We are going to repeat it and tell people understand, say, this is what is for sale when you try to buy PNP. This scandal after scandal after scandal, corruption after corruption after corruption. Again, it is because of the PNP why people distrust politicians in this country. It is because of the PNP. And traffic guru was a taxpayer in money. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Let me give you, the NSW, man, it's all, yeah. Let me give you traffic guru. Yes, traffic guru was taxpayers' money. And let me tell you why Endalo. Because the Nigerian government gave the and learn something, man. Let me teach you something now. The Nigerian government gave the Jamaican government some crude oil. All we had to do was to get somebody to extract it from the ground, refine it, sell it, and Jamaica should have benefited. The People's National Party went in an arrangement with a Dutch company to extract the oil, sell it, and rather than send the money to the people of Jamaica, it was sent as a donation to the PNP. So yes, it was taxpayers' money. They should have extracted the oil, sell it, and the people of Jamaica benefit, but the money was sent directly to the PNP. Me telling all the while, say, listen to me. When you not come for me, you have to come good. Yes. When you come for me, you have to come good and have to come with information. And here's them a scam man. So yes, Endalo, it was taxpayers' money. Brown paper bag, yes, that was the same one, Tari. Brown paper bag. Where Endalo gone? You know, well, you come to argue with me, you're gone already. Just one little fax and you're gone. Thank you. The funds intended for the consolidated fund went into the political party. So yes, again, it was taxpayers' money. You understand what me just explained to you? You understand what me just tell you? That is the traffic guru scandal for you. So yes, why you hear about Dutch money pay PMP money, but you have to look into why. You have to look into why, and that is where the truth lies. And what is funny, at the time I was involved in a football program in a certain community, and I believe that football program benefit from some of that money there, because I remember that the man at the time made a nice donation to the football team. Of course, it was a PMP community. Because them sell it and put in a for them pocket. Good stuff. Right. VAG, big up yourself. Right. So it's because I know all of them something here. That is why the PMP them cannot come and tell me nothing about corruption. Maurice 12 say, how much money is it? Is what? How much money is what? Oh, Traffic Guru, the Nigerian government gave the government of Jamaica some crude oil, the raw product. All the Jamaica government had to do was to get a company to extract it out of the ground, refine it, sell it, and the people of Jamaica get the money. He said, give me a second, Maurice, I should answer you. Yes, so all they had to do was to get the company. The PMP engaged the Dutch company, Traffic Guru. Well, Anthony, I soon come. The PMP engaged the Dutch company to extract the oil and sell it. But rather than pay over the money to the consolidated fund so the taxpayers of Jamaica could get use of it, it was paid directly to the PMP. So it went to an account called CCOC, which stands for Colin Campbell, our candidate. And somebody asked how much money. I think it was what? 37 million. 37 million. Yes, thank you. CCOC. So Maurice, it was 37 million. But that was one. But it says there were several checks that they found. So one check was for 37 million. One check was for 450,000. One check was for 30 million. So there were several payments were made. Right? So that is Traffic Guru in a nutshell. And up until this day, not one member of the PMP is willing to testify in open court because In Dutch law, it is illegal to make payment to foreign governments, to foreign political parties. So from that day, them are hide for not testify in an open court. But me great people, I tell you. Hold on now, let me. Mr. Enel talk, hold on, why?
No more. No.
Where are the people? I'm trying to change. Started really by yard, hold on. Maybe me about 10 minutes left here with you guys, you know. But me I try change the format. I don't like the format here. I don't like the big back, little box format, you know. DJ Coleman, thank you. I mean, I know I have such a difficulty switching it. One and only winner. There. There's 1,000 your back. Your background, me that hear your business a while ago, that's why I'm going to drop you.
Mark.
Me not run quick nuts, but you know, say, I have to go get a little nap before work. But as me say, you know, say, if I try, I'm going to try start run the night shift again. But me only have one 10 minutes to go, you know. Yeah, man, she can set it back.
You say that you're busy, that's why I come in. You say that you're busy, that's why you drop me.
Yeah, me there talking at the background there, sir. Me never want them expose your business so you know nobody here.
Yes, Uncle Chuck.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, me think it did start with what the donation there. Me never know about the aisle, you know?
Yeah, man, at the island.
Yeah,
At the
man.
island, man. That's where it start from.
Me learn sitting for you every day, man.
All right, sir. That's why we're there.
Yes,
Afternoon,
man.
Chuck. Bless up.
Bless up yourself, DJ Coleman.
Yeah, man. That's a donation conference. I start from I lifting thing, and that's it start from. Yeah, that's it start.
You know, just like the Cuban light bulb was a gift. Right? The oil, it was a gift. Nigeria said, Jamaica, we're waiting in a long time. We don't fight the African cars. So take that oil field over there, so. Just get somebody to extract it from the ground and a fool no one. But the problem we have, what we never look beyond now, is that a years, them are extract it and I collect the money. Where all of the money they all this time, we never look into that, you know. We never look into that. Right? So when I say it all the one and I say it again, no PMP supporter can't come tell me nothing about corruption. PMP write the book on corruption.
So Chucks, the last part, we catch up on them then.
Yeah, Bruce Gold, listen to me. Bruce Gold did catch up on it and ball it out. Right? And them went in a head spin. Colin Campbell was sacrificed, and then when they win in a 2012, them bring him back and give him JUTC if he run, and he make back all of the money when they lose.
Good evening, Labour Rights.
One love, bless up.
Chuck, I don't want to put in for your thing, you know, but you know, say nah man and give them back 33 million to pay back traffic Gora to stop the scandal, and Bobby Pickers girl thief the money.
I remember that man was making that payment for you. Yes. Yes.
I say people them dangerous, man.
Chicken feed.
Chicken feed, yes.
Chicken feed are the argument.
In a brown paper bag.
Yeah, remember the chicken feed argument for you.
Okay, but I know, man.
So,
That's what they do them thick bag.
Yeah.
Chicken
me
feed,
talk
man.
about the Gilbert zinc. Me
Yeah,
come
man,
from
that's the first one to reach you, man.
Yeah, me come from North St. Elizabeth. And the story zinc, a beagle warehouse. That's a Roger Cloud. When Roger Cloud was a counselor, him and Pagan fight over the zinc. That Pagan was the MP.
That's a Sydney Pagan.
Sydney Pagan. Fight over the zinc. They take his zinc and refurbish big helping and sell what they sell. They never give nobody no zinc.
Dean, she can talk to you.
Yeah, they never give nobody no zinc.
They not give nobody nothing, they sell it.
And one of the councillor, caretaker councillor, and one of the supporters used to work at Santa Cruz Fire Station. Fight again over his same zinc and if he get zinc and couldn't get none. And then that fist overhit.
Free zinc. Zinc
Free
are
zinc.
claiming to be
Free
distributed to the people who suffer under Hurricane Gilbert.
All right. We never forgot that.
And I tell you, it was Siaga's decision who said, we are entering a political campaign and I don't want to be deemed as buying vote. So me I go turn over the distribution of the zinc to the army. So the army should have gone around and do a survey and decide on the distribution free of government interference.
Yeah, but them never do it.
When the PMP come in, they throw that through the window.
Then throw up the zinc ever I see. All of the sea a port royal and throw the zinc them.
Remember they tell you,
Fisherman go get fish and coming back with zinc.
Not even jail could have stopped them. Take one activist out of jail and give zinc for sale. Take him out of jail and give him zinc for sale. And
So what them do?
the jail industry just shut down.
In the 1980 election, Oliver Clough, when he was coach at Salisbury Technical High School, when Siaga won election 1980, he take his school boy them and come at Santa Cruz and buckle in the store them and mash them up. And say, I labor right.
Where is Dean?
Dean's not like in the panel work, so mute. Dean,
Good day. I'm gonna make me and him have things, you know.
Philippians, what go on, me parent.
I want to know if Dayton Campbell has resigned from the ECJ as yet.
No, he has not. He has
Why is
not.
he-
Campbell today is still not collect government salary.
Why hasn't he tendered his resignation as yet?
Because Marky
I
G
want
has
to
not
know.
required him to do so. And him have no shame of his own. Civic society is not calling on him to do so. The local media is not calling on him to do so. So he has absolutely no reason or no drive to do it. Them not have no
I read
shame.
that
Nobody
Mocha-
not try to shame them into it.
And I heard that
Them in the war room.
Mocha is doing an investigation.
Yes,
The matter
Mocha
of
is investigating. But what I want
is
Mocha
taking place at
Yes.
the KCMC.
I want Mocha to do it with haste and lead them away in handcuffs and chain. If it was up to me, Mother tell them go Green Bay.
Also, I want to know the woman who is assigned to Swaby, is she a political representative?
Well, she was farmer.
She was a council portion.
Is she a civil servant? Is she a civil servant?
No, I think it's a political appointee.
It's a political appointment. Okay. Okay.
She's there to distribute public funds. She's not.
We need to
she's not an
find out
elected
more about that
representative.
post because we need to find out about that post because if she's a civil servant, she's supposed to be in some deep shit. But if she's just some PMP where them pick up and carry in a municipality to work on a contractual basis or whatever. I don't know how that works. But
I don't think
some
that
more investigation should. I don't know how this now blow out of proportion, you know.
because the
I really
media,
feel-
and as I
feel-
said before, let me repeat this. The media and civil society have them head so firm up my golden ass that PMP shit smell normal to them now. PMP shit stop things to them. That is why these things are they're trying to sweep it under the counter. So it is up to us now to make sure we talk about it every day.
The 9-day one that choke. The 9-day one that thing, you know?
That's what they want. That's what they are hoping. The PMP has corrupted. Even the church organization is silent on this. The Jamaica Council of Churches is silent. Jamaican for Justice silent. All of them. All of them silent.
What has become a Garrison 13 affiliation to the PMP with Trevor Monroe farm? When last year the name the call? I don't even remember the name.
A long time now hear the name there, no? Yes, midnight.
remember it.
Some of them are using silence and hope say, make sure the media friend now report it and then civic group now talk about it. Right, but
Well, Chuck, what I can tell you still, them are some forensic scientists. I check the source of the advice note, and
yeah,
so
man,
far everything
there's a full
everything I head in
going on.
everything
And
I
as
head
I
in
say,
the right direction.
I just want Mocha to work fast and get it over. That's all I want. I don't want to be one of them 10 years investigation.
Thank you for that update, One Love.
Everything I head in the right
I don't want
direction.
to do one of them 1 day investigation. I want them done it fast.
Yes.
Right.
I don't understand why Dean
And
is
it's-
not answering me.
I don't know. Dean, you're a youth.
And I saw young forensic scientist. I do it.
Vegas.
You see, them a try muzzle Vegas.
Yes. But what
They
was
might
the
try
reason
and
for
find
it
different.
apologizing?
Vegas a businessman, you know. Vegas a time to time himself with a political war.
It better. It easier
Mama
for Visa.
lashed him.
It better if you apologize in a Visa position. You know.
Nah, man,
And done
just load that part there. Just load that part there now.
Okay.
No worry about this.
Because
Question. How we get the forensic people there? Yeah, young people there.
Go ahead.
Forensic. I'm not going to ask how we get them. How we get them?
Mocha, yeah, man, Mocha.
Mocha. Okay, all right.
But guys, as me say, I have to run left from here now, you know. It's my daily run. Now that to maintain my daily run, they have to put a limit on it, you know.
All right, Chucks. Bless up yourself.
I try to come back later in the night. But
All right,
the politics go live now.
About what time? About what time?
Eh?
About what time?
I'm normally try to run the night shift about 12.
Oh, that time.
Yeah, that's it.
Question is minister members, cabinet member in the parliament in front of the, you understand me? So and in stopping and track. But the man was very adamant that he need to hear something about the bridge.
Who was that?
Minister Vaz. Right?
He was asking
he was asking Mr. Morgan. That's her name?
what name?
Robert Morgan in name.
Robert.
Yeah, the one who responsible for Sparks. Okay. So this is the situation.
Minister.
Because what is happening now? The bridge is old, very old, over 100 odd years. And the alignment underneath the bridge is break. but small vehicle could drive across the bridge. Right? So whenever time it's raining, the pedestrian could go across the bridge still, and small motor vehicle could go across. But a couple weeks ago, a man put a lady truck with stone on the bridge and the truck that hung in the bridge. That through the bridge in the river. He know, because listen to me, sir.
Me just have say, because apparently they not have no sense.
The bridge closed, you know. The bridge closed.
Yeah, because there's a sign there.
Two signs there at either end of the bridge. Right? As far as the member of parliament even get a tractor to put the river shingle to block the bridge, and people remove it to drive across. You understand? And I understand with the people who live in the community, because it's a growing community and people in the community have their motor vehicle. So I understand that, you know, when I come in from work, I'm going out to work and the river is in spate and you can't come out. But but the small bridge could accommodate motor car, but at the lower the truck break it down. So that's how it go. So I have to wonder if Doreen is a part of it. If she consider for the mango break on the bridge.
Everything what you just say, I am fully aware of it. And yes, you know, I was watching Parliament and I never like Mr. Vazi get up and Nesta still, but Mr. Parliament did drive him up and him ease down and chill. But guess what happened? When I watched that video that they are releasing as breaking news and sending out to them propaganda, me say, see, this is all PNP mischievous. Sometimes I really feel sorry for some of these people who we feel sorry for some of these whatever people who are PNP, because them brain completely scrambled. Them brain scrambled. Because when if you are not from the community and you there's something about else in Jamaica and you believe in the bullshit with them attack and see a video like that, it makes sense. You are gonna feel like say, you know, are the truth, because the idiot, the boy we run the YouTube. Hearing breaking news, what is happening over there in Portland? 2 bridge broke down with people and this and that. People that believe say real news.
And that is it.
Fool. Kiss the teeth and leave them over there.
A most illiterate set of people follow the People's National Party. And there is no debate about that. I'm not asking any questions regarding that. I'm stating a fact. Right there, because ain't no way on God's given earth. Remember the idiot one when they come out and say gratuity and tip is 2 different things. The idiot, what's her name, Senator? I don't remember her name.
Janice Allen.
Yeah, gratuity and tip. And when I go to Uncle Google tells me that a tip is a gratuity, and a gratuity is a tip. So I don't know what's the difference, because obviously it's the same darn thing. It's literally a synonym for the word. So you can say a gratuity or a tip or whatever it is, because when you receive gratuity, it's literally a tip you get. When you receive a tip, it's literally a gratuity that you get, because it's an additional incentive and what you would have earned. See, so when these are people who come out and again, we go back to the point, these people profess themselves to be wise, but in return they became fools and foolish. They may have people that, if you listen to them, you know, you realize that these persons don't have the perspicacity to understand what they're saying, you know. They don't have the wit, the knowledge, or the acumen to understand what they're saying. They just come out, they spew the nonsense that has been regurgitated to them, for them to come out and just run with it. Because what? Their minds, I don't know what them do when them join the organization, they know, but like them check their mind. You have one man in my community, when name Cheese, we call him Cheese. She's a Starborn comrade. And you can, right now if you ask Cheese where Bobby Pickers used to do and where you go do, you cannot. And you see when conference come and when they come, you run back at them. And when me say, and a big man, you know, big man where I deem can read and write and possibly have a brain, but apparently the brain is of a pea or a peanut. You understand him? And I wonder how these people, when they have some of them drive, and I say, look at the roads that you drive on to go home. And that does not tell you that your party has been here for over 45 years in Northwest St. Catherine. And when you come to Northwest St. Catherine and you see, when I talk Lindsay Town, where a capital place. It's not the capital of St. Catherine, obviously, but a capital place, a town, the area. When you look at Lindsay, shambles. I won't even go to the market. Shambles. When you go into Orangefield, Jericho, Cheesefield, Banbury, Yorton, Low Headersville, because you have some road up there. Terrible. People don't have water. Recently, Orangefield get water. And then because me, when I was going to high school, I came out and I protested. Block road, I met them say, listen, and the Ramo, you Graham must come out and say, I don't speak to protesters. Look here, man. And I look at thing. When they have water, we still have road. And these are the same people who come out and vote because what? They can get a $5,000 and a $3,000 and a $2,000 for them picnic at school the next morning. And after that, then come out and cuss Andrew and in government now do that. Not know that their party that they would have voted in is a part of the government, not because they're not the governing party, but they're still a part of the government, and they are the ones who are not making any strides or efforts on their behalf. And when I speak to these people, I say, you know, so I'm not going to do this too. God knows, I have the patience of Father God. I'm patient, but I have that job patient that we are looking for. Because I don't like talk to idiot. And the moment I realize that you're an nincompoop, conversation I got done because me just tell her, all right, this conversation is proven futile. Let us end it right here. Done. Why you can't convince them? Because these people have made up their minds.
I soon come back. I jump in for a minute. I soon come back.
Man, you can't.
Yes, man. So you're saying all the right things, you know. You're saying all the right things. You know, at times, it really get me frustrated to really to listen to these people. But I do not waste my time really listening to them. You understand? Because they may drive you crazy. Because you have to really wonder if your Jamaican people are that really backward. You understand? You know, education enlighten a nation, but apparently it is not enlightening too many of us. Not enlightening too many of us.
Right,
and
the Venetian needs to show them the light.
In the Western world, enlightenment starts in France, and it branch off to other European shores, and it becomes all now. It seems like I know it now reach Jamaica. Believe you me, it seems like I know it now reach Jamaica.
They need to show them and say, this is the moment for amazing grace. And once was lost.
And social media now, social media is a medium that show us up how backward and foolish we are as a people. And when you take everything in consideration, sir, this is the reason why our crime rate is this high. You cannot have a society where people are so backward in thinking, right? And expect to have a lower crime rate. It is impossible. When you have people fail to think comprehensively, right? You will end up with a society where people are poor and easily involved in crime and criminality. And we are living that each day. Right? That's why you hear on the road the simplest of term, a boy diss me or a girl diss me. And we can't look past that. Even if somebody is doing something wrong and you correct them, their counter argument is that you diss them and you end up losing your life for that. You understand? So we are living in a dangerous society, brother. I always said, I wish that Jamaica be bigger. I wish that Jamaica was much bigger. If I wanted a 500 square mile, where you could have parked the island and put PMP on one side with them PMP government, and we stay on one side and develop ourselves. You understand? Because it's hard, very hard, to bring Jamaica forward with too much of our people thinking like this. It's really hard.
It becomes that way because people they turn a blind eye or become oblivious to what is taking place. And not only that, but because people don't want to learn, they don't want to uplift themselves. Again, you can bring the horse to the water, but you cannot force him to drink it. A lot of the times you realize and you show people and you make them know what is what, but you can't force them to drink it. And it comes back to a decision, an individual decision. People really, they just don't want nothing at all. They just want to do, and they don't want to learn. They don't want to just engrave in them to say, "Yeah, I'm gonna do this and whatever." That them depend.
Wealthy. About 2 weeks ago, I was at my friend's establishment, and I was having a conversation with one of his workers, and I was saying to the young lady, do you intend of taking part in the impending general election?
Mm-hmm.
And I go as far and ask her if her name is on the voters list.
Mm-hmm.
And I respond, me not vote, me not voting. So I said to her, why are you not exercising your democratic franchise? Mm-hmm. Me not vote for nobody because me not get nothing. I said to her, but that is not the purpose of government, to give you something personally. But me say, anyhow, since that is the norm, then, have you ever, me say, do you know the member of parliament? He said, yes. Me say, do you ever ask for any assistance? No. So I said to her, so me say, how are you going to get something when you never ask for any assistance? Me say, she had one child. I said to her that, listen, the member of parliament always help it back to school and all different things, right? The member of parliament help with education grant and so on and so forth. So even if you didn't have the intention of going back to school and you write a letter and ask for assistance, it would be granted. So how are you going to say that you now vote because you're not getting anything and you never ask for any assistance? And, to be, the funny thing about it, I have to end the conversation and walk away disappointed because I could not break through to her. Not to say that to get her to vote, but just to understand what I was trying to say to her. I have to live in a frustration. And I know I have a very, very good skill to relate to people, right? And also to get people to vote, because that is one of my jobs, to encourage people to vote.
Let me see foolishness from my idiot. My father a PMP, band comrade, run up and down one day with Natalie Nitagabe. Me say, can't stand them. And, me say, yeah man, Hold on, let me hear this. I
Mr.
want to video
Winston,
away.
Wagwan.
Hey, Wagwan Soldier.
Good day, everybody. Good day, sir. Good day.
Good day,
Yes,
how
my
you
boss.
doing?
Yeah, man. Respect to you, man. How things?
Why, me I listen to you, me I listen to you.
Yeah, man. Wonderful, man. Wonderful.
I love
Me
it.
little-
I love me do it illegal. I love me do it illegally, but you know, I go already.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Most definitely, Kevin. We appreciate you tuning in, man. Yo, Tina.
Yo,
Smaller
Wagwan.
brother, Wagwan.
Not much me there, man.
Yeah, man. Respect, man.
She me there in a nice, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Disturbing, but we can't talk, you know, come out of the nice, you know.
Okay, my brother. Yeah, man. We hear your perspective, man.
Pan the people in Jamaica stay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man, let me tell you something, you know. Two categories of Jamaican you have, you know. I list them out because I'm a man, I love to research and love to analyze things, you know. And it's either you're ambitious or you're a cruff, you know. That's the only solution me have, you know. Two solutions me have for them, you know. Either you're an ambitious person or you're a cruff. And yesterday, the ambitious person is a well-thinking person who can look around and see what is going on in the country. And can look around and say, boy, you know, say...
Tina, hold up.
Yeah.
Black King, Hard Psalms.
Yeah, man. So, when you can look around, you know, you can create something out of nothing, you know. Instead of saying nothing now go on, you know. That means you're ambitious, you know. Because, say for instance, you don't have a job and you have a skill, say you can go do some painting. Or you can do some landscaping. And you sit down upon that skill, you know. You're a workless skilless fucker, you know. And then you sit down and talk about government to do something for you while you have a skill. And then, a matter of fact, you know, you can go hard and enhance yourself too, you know. You know? And when you look around Jamaica, you know, you look at a whole heap of young youth still, you know, ambitious, you know, and you have some unambitious, you know.
Blessings,
So,
blessings.
So it's a factor of everything, you know. Because you either have to look around, you know, and assess your situation and your future, you know. And you have to enhance yourself, you know. For know, say, all right then. Me as a man, or me as a woman, what the future me I go set for myself and somebody else where I look up to me. And if you can assess yourself and look into them two things there, you know, you're not serving the purpose in this world, I know. So, I don't understand how Jamaican people once was the most productive people from the face of the earth, you know. Did you know that, Mr. Winston, that during the time of slavery, Jamaicans was the only set of people who used to come to America and work and come back home? Did you know that? Mr. Winston?
No, man, I'm here now. Yeah, man.
Okay.
I know of it.
Oh, you know of it? So, why